What up, YouTube? This is Wednesday, May the 5th. And of course, I am headed to the job. I am headed to the workplace. Got kind of a heavy heart the last couple of days. When I was at work coming home, got a phone call. My good friend, big bro, Bobby Strickland. Some people call him Bobby. Some people call him Strick. I call him Bobo. Suffered a massive heart attack, and he is no longer with us. How ironic. I'm going to work at Food Line, and there's Food Line. Let's see who's driving that thing. Oh, it's my buddy Sharky. That is my trainer Sharky. But I had received some bad news that Bobby suffered a massive heart attack. And whoa, you talking about, I miss all my brothers, man. You know, once I tell somebody that a friend of mine passed, I guess they automatically assume that they might have had an accident on a motorcycle. None of my friends that's no longer with us that I can think of has ever lost their life on a motorcycle accident. We've crashed them and all that in our younger years. Or you start getting around your 30s and 40s, you do things a little differently. At least you should anyway. But this was not a motorcycle accident. Suffered a massive heart attack, and he was called home to glory. But this is a Bobby story, a Bobo. Bear with me there if I get long with it, but this is a Bobo story. Come on.
All right, it's storytelling time with Slappy Adventures. Yeah.
Come on. Well, when I first met Bobo, I had just moved back from Pensacola, and all the motorcycle club scene was getting really, really wound up pretty tight. He was in the club called Black Angels, and I was kind of rocking my Road Dog colors from Pensacola, Florida. And he was like, man, where you from? You know, I told him, well, I'm from here, but I hadn't been here in a while. You know, he had said something about, you know, getting something going in Knoxville, and you had plenty of clubs in Knoxville. I told him I wasn't about interested. You know, I'm not really a club person. So, you know, when you're in a club, you got to do club certain things. You know, not knocking them. It just ain't for me. So, he had an incident with a bad element at one of the bike nights. Well, we happened to be there, so we kind of stepped in there to kind of make sure he, you know, nothing happened to him. In other words, you know, I guess he didn't get permission, or somebody had put a bad word on him, you know, about flying colors in Knoxville. So he reached out to me and told me what happened and what was going on. So I knew the dominant club, and the people that I'm talking about, y'all know what I mean. I knew the dominant club that was in our area. So I go to the guy that was the president at the time, and turns out he was a national president. And we had a conversation about him. He asked me, did I vouch for him? I told him yes. So with that, he gave him the blessing to go ahead and resume flying his colors. And he, you know, Bobby was pretty thankful about that. Some years go by, he had another incident up in Chicago, and he was telling me about it. We had good conversations about it, and he was done with the motorcycle club scene. Okay, so he had a little incident up in Chicago. Me and him talked about it, and he decided, he said, Slappy, I think I'm about done with this motorcycle club stuff. Everything's changing. It's not fun no more. Bobby, he used to, when I first met him, he was riding on a Hayabusa. And I think something happened to the motor with that. I guess I failed to mention that he is a master mechanic. And I'm here to tell you, he master mechanic on a lot of things. Cars, bikes, it didn't matter. If he had a motor, Bobby could fix it. So he ended up taking a motor apart in his Busa and built it and put it together and was racing. So he was kind of, when he moved to Knoxville when I met him, and just kind of moving back and forth and stuff like that. So with the traveling, he got more into wanting to do some traveling and decided he wanted to lean towards, a cruiser style bike. And me and him both was checking out this F6B. I'm riding my F6B right now. We was both checking the F6B, and I was really, really wanting one, but I was looking at the gold wing, the full gold wing too. And he was like, why don't you just get the F6B? Well, Bobby's about 13, 14 years older than me. So his children are grown. I still have my younger son. And my younger son did a lot of traveling with me. We go to ball games and a lot of traveling together. So I wanted him to be more comfortable on the full-blown gold wing. So I bought a leftover Model 12 gold wing, black and silver. And Bobby bought the 14 model F6B blacked out. And, we kind of, running back and forth to Chattanooga. And, I used to ride to Myrtle Beach a lot. And he was like, man, we need to get us a real good trip. And I failed to mention that Bobby kind of got me into moto camping, biker camping, or just tent camping, whatever you want to call it. We had, bouncing some ideas off each other, end up buying us some tents, getting the trailers together and putting battery boxes. He built my battery box for my trailer. Matter of fact, he built my cooler. I didn't have a cooler on my trailer, so he helped me, got me in touch with the people to do my cooler tray. And, on my side of it, he's going to be well missed. He really, really helped me out on a lot of things, especially on the mechanic side. And so we go to California, man. We planned a trip, and we go to California, 18 days, 18-day trip, all the way out to the West Coast. And he rode that F6B and pounded out every mile with me, man. Just planning trips like that when he got time, and then he worked at a local mechanic shop, and if I would take my car into him, he made sure they did me right. They do people right anyway, but he definitely made sure they did me right. When it comes to my 64 Oldsmobile, my granddaddy left me, he helped me out with that tremendously, boy. He was awesome when it comes to them motors, boy. He knew all about it. And got me hooked up with them. They sealed my motor up. He did a lot of stuff, on the side, and, make sure the car was right. And he used to tell me stories about, his daddy. He said, my daddy this, and his mom, they did camping, and he seemed like he was a real big family man, because he had a lot of stories about mom and daddy. You don't hear that a whole lot anymore, but he had a lot of stories about that. My allergies are shutting me down if you hear me breathing heavy, because I'm down to one nostril here. So, Bobo, man, he helped me out tremendously on all those things. As a matter of fact, I was down there this past Wednesday and Thursday, and he tuned my gold wing up, because I got some road trips. I tried to talk him into going to Colorado. I got some road trips coming up, and he really wanted to go, because we're going to do quite a bit of camping. And just his job and him getting that big garage, he just spent a bunch of money. Get back to his S6B, he get back from the California trip, his transmission started doing some ghost shifting. and to get his attention, boy, he texting or whatever. So he had put a paint job on it, put one of them big old J Ford style stereos in the side bags, and his transmission started ghost shifting on it. So daggone it, he said, man, I'm gonna have to take him, pull this motor out, put another one in. You know, like I said, he's a master mechanic, so he can do it himself. He just so happened he knew somebody had a wreck on a full gold wing, and they messed everything up but the motor, so he ended up pulling the motor out of it. But he helped me out so much on my gold wing, he knew all about it. And I was down there Wednesday, and he helped me on my full gold wing, and then I went back Thursday, and he helped me with this F6B, just doing some maintenance on it. But old Bobo is definitely going to be missed. You know, like I said, every time I say a friend of mine or a biker friend of mine I used to ride with had don't went on to glory there, the first thing they think he done had a motorcycle accident. I don't know why people think so negative, but nah, he had a heart attack. And that took him on out of here. So, this is for you, Bobo. You're going to be missed. I'm going to miss bouncing some ideas off of you. And you telling me how stupid it was or how great the idea was. And, planning them trips. I'll tell you something funny about it. When we planned that California trip, I talked about it for about 2 years and planned it, and it finally came up, and man, he had it down to the dollar bill of the gas stops, average of hotels, average meal cost. He had the dollar bill almost narrowed down to what you need to bring in your back pocket. One of the good things about when you travel or ride period with a master mechanic is that boy right there knows how to adjust. If something breaks and he can fix it on the fly, we keep on pushing. Thank God we didn't have any catastrophic breakdowns. Well, we did have I think we had a headlight blowout, which ain't no big deal. He slapped that in for a fella. I think we had a battery issue on a trike. He fixed that issue. Seemed like something else happened. I know when we went to the wing ding, my man K Smooth, his swivel hitch snapped in half. I said, man, we might as well just pull that swivel out. He just, run it like it is. So we pulled that out. He jumped right on that thing and got that all straightened out. So, he's going to be well missed, man. I mean, as far as the laughing and cutting up, and he was always a laughy kind of guy. And he'll get upset, and he'll spit out a few cuss words, and then he'll calm back down. Next thing you know, he's back laughing. Or bust his knuckles up on one of them, on something he's working on, and the next thing you know, he's back laughing, but Lordy, man, you just don't never know. And like I was saying in the video before, I don't know if y'all seen that, but I'll try to link that. I'll put a slideshow in this thing too. But man, you gotta enjoy your life while you got it. You don't never know what's gonna happen. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. Grab the bull by the horns and just rock out, man. Go enjoy it. Whatever it is. If it's riding motorcycles, if it's kayaking, doing belly flops, whatever the case may be, do it big, man. But try to enjoy your life while you got some. And don't wait until you get, beat up and then, or something bad just takes you out of here quick. But I know I went to rambling around. I had a topic I was wanting to talk about, Bobo, and I kind of hit in a whole lot of different places. But all in all, I guess the last 10 years, Me and him has gotten to be kind of close. And he's kind of a complex individual. And he don't let a lot of people in, but I'm proud he kind of let me in to his world a little bit. And when the time to pay my respects, I'm hoping I can get down there and do that and, you know, shake the family's hand and tell them how much I appreciated him and loved their daddy, their son, their uncle, their brother. All right, you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Slappy dog headed to work. I'm going to get that money.
Hey, thanks for watching another episode of Slappy Adventures. Please like, share, and comment. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hey, stay tuned for more videos like these. Thanks for watching.